Hello, good morning. I don't even know if it's morning anymore. I don't think it is. Let's do some romantic Valentine's Day makeup because I want to. I've got a whole thing of coffee. This is just coffee today. Oh, that was a whole mouthful of everything settled at the bottom. So let's do some Valentine's Day makeup. My favorite palette for Valentine's Day is Nude. It's just, it's perfect because it's very kind of risque, romantic-ish themed palette. It's a very frisky themed palette, but the color story I think is just spot on. And I kind of want to do just a smoky cranberry eye. I think that's just an elegant, pretty look, but a little bit more than just a soft romantic look. It's got a little oomph to it, a little sultriness, a little spice, and yeah, I've got some lip balm on, and it looks like lipstick, doesn't it? It's just one of these e.l.f. Ride or Die lip balms. This is in Cheeky Cherry. Anyway, let's get started. I'm going to start with the eyeliner pencil. This is the NYX Epic Wear in the shade Burnt Sienna, which is a really nice dupe for Pillow Talk eyeliner from Charlotte Tilbury. It's a really beautiful burgundy liner, and I'm going to start building the look from here. I've already primed my eyes, done all that, got foundation on, a bit of bronzer, a little bit of highlight going on. I haven't done blush or concealer in finishing steps. I wasn't sure the fallout situation. I probably should not have done anything on my face, but we'll try to be careful. I'm going to start at the lash line, and I'm going to come all the way across and in to the tight line. These do sit down, so I'm going to work one eye at a time. I want a smoky lash line. Bring that all the way onto the inner part here. And I'm going to come up in the outer corner just a bit. And now I'm going to grab a little smudgy brush and blend this out. Soften it up. This is going to be our base. And just using a little pencil brush for this. Alright, and build up a little depth. Layer it up just a bit. I'm not loving this brush for that. It's a little too imprecise. I'm just going to grab my favorite little liner brush from Shop Miss A. This is one of the little pawpaw collections. I like it because it's long and kind of wispy-ish. It's not so firm. It's really nice for getting a smoky liner. And I do believe that there is a lot of palettes you could use to kind of replicate this look from. Cranberry eyeshadow is really not that hard to find. I know Makeup Revolution has a couple of little palettes that are Huda knockoffs that you could definitely get this vibe from. LA Girl has a really good little palette you could use for this as well. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and bring this along the lower lash line also, on the outer corner, and into the tight line, or into the waterline, about that far. Might come back, add more. Now, let's jump to Naughty Nude. And my eyes look so tiny when I have just liner on. Oh, I hate the way it looks when I just put liner and nothing else. It is not for me. So don't worry. It'll come together. But yeah, my eyes just totally disappeared. Alright, I'm going to take the shade called Naughty in this palette. I think I want to do Naughty, or do I want to do Untamed? Let's see. Yeah, we'll take some of Naughty, which is the kind of warmish, reddish brown. And I'm going to tap the brush off really well. And tap that over the liner and start to build from there. Alright, I'm going to take a little bit Untamed or Spicy, which is just a really dark eggplant, and get right against the lash line with it. It's the deepest in the palette. And now I'm going to switch to a E27 detail blending from Sigma, which is just this shape right here. I'm going to start to soften this up a bit with no product first. I'm going to take a little bit of the shade called Amuse, and I'm going to start to come just above there and buff previous shades out with it. And just diffusing them. And depending on my Valentine's Day plans, that usually dictates the look I'm going for. But I love when it's an evening type of thing. We usually do Valentine's Day the day after or before. Never actually on Valentine's Day. We might go to lunch on Valentine's Day and do something early in the day before everything gets busy. And then I'll do like a soft romantic makeup. It's like all nice and daytime-ish appropriate. But like if it's an evening out though, girl, I go smoky and sultry and all in because I like the way that looks and I just think it's fun. And I know my husband actually appreciates the makeup. He'll be like, oh, that's so pretty. And it's nice when they appreciate it. Even if they're just pretending. Alright, I'm just gonna bringing this out and blending over with whatever's left on the brush. And then I'm gonna come underneath. Actually, to get underneath, I'm gonna switch to another brush. Sorry, I know I use too many brushes. I feel like I'm taking some more of a rouse on a little flat brush. I'm very excited because all my brushes are clean too. I gave them a bath. Anyways, we're taking the same shade, just coming from underneath and blending. On that same flat brush, I think I'm gonna go in with the shade called Desire, which is the beautiful cranberry metallic in this palette, and come across the lid. I'm gonna take it on my finger just to intensify it, get the most metallic from it. Again, not an uncommon shade here. And we get back to this E27. I'm going to soften those edges with nothing on the brush right now. I'm just going to diffuse that out. Here with a little bit of Desire on the brush. Just a little blending. And take a little bit along the lower lash line as well. Now I'm going to go onto the inner part, like right in here, and take the shade. We're going to use a little bit of the shade called Please Me on this same brush. It just brings in a little bit of a different tone, a bit more browny. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of Shameless Next Door right there as well, just because it gives a really pretty sparkle and a bit of a duochrome purple shift. Yeah, that's fun. All right, now back to Desire. Just make sure it's blended together. Have a nice little flow. I'm going to grab a fluffy brush with nothing on and come around the edge. Start to soften all this out. I'm going to take some of the shade Hypnotic. It's just a nice kind of warm taupe color. And use that right along here just to blend everything out a little bit. Then we can bring back in a little bit more of a rouse. Making sure it's got the impact I'm looking for. I'm gonna go back to my little flat brush here, or my little liner brush. We're gonna go back to a bit of Spicy. Just re-intensify our darkness. And just dip a little bit into Tantric, which is that champagne gold. I'm gonna put that right here. My lower lash line. I think I would actually like Tantric in here a little more than maybe Shameless. I'm gonna go back to my flat brush. I'm gonna take some of the shade Naughty again. I feel like we need a little more intensity. A little more intensity over here. And it is per use. I don't really have a game plan. I'm just sitting here kind of painting and playing. So the look will change and morph as I go. So yeah, let's take a little bit of Tantric. There we go. That looks pretty right there. I like that better than Shameless for this particular look. And what I was kind of aiming for. I'm just doing very soft, kind of sparkly, like wash of it, just to bring out a little bit of sparkle. Alright, taking Desire and just buffing it right here, just blending that out. Alright, now I go back to my eyeliner. So do you want like an intense lash line? Blending that out with a little bit more spicy. All right, and I'm going to intensify the lower lash line a little more with spicy. And again, taking Desire. Along the lower lash line here. Okay, so I think I've got mostly what I want going on the eyes done. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up the fallout from right under here where I did definitely get some fallout. I goofed. All right, so just did a concealer and kind of tied up that lower lash line. It was getting a little crazy and I didn't want to go that heavy. So just tidied it up a little bit with concealer. Nothing too elaborate or crazy happened. What I want to do now is add just a little bit more depth on that outer corner. I just feel like it's missing something. I just want a little more darkness right out here. So I'm going to take my little E27 and make sure it's clean. And I'm going to take some Naughty on it and just a little bit right there. Just want to darken that up. And I'll take just a Kiss of Spicy on the same brush and just use that to kind of merge in between the two gently as possible. And yeah, I'm definitely knocking my brush off just so I don't get any more fallout or anything like that. And I'm gonna grab my clean blending brush and just make sure all these edges are soft. I'm gonna go along the lower lash line with my liner brush one more time, a bit of Desire. And I'm gonna reinforce where I put Tantric under there as well. Okay, and that I think will complete the eyes. I feel like it was a little hit or miss getting to this point, like I was kind of back and forth, goofing around and just kind of experimenting a little bit and just having one of those makeup sessions where the look just kind of transforms and you just keep kind of playing with it and adding and seeing where it goes. And yeah, actually I'm gonna take a touch of Tantric on my fluffy brush here and graze a little bit of that right there. I just want that little bit of sparkle coming in from Tantric. This is a little bit like that golden sparkle. I think it looks really pretty with cranberry. It just catches the light, but it's not in your face. Like, it's just subtle, which I think can look really pretty. Especially like, imagine like low lighting, like candlelight. That's what I'm picturing for this look. Or like a little bit of a dimmed restaurant. Romantic vibes. I'm gonna make my husband take me to dinner tonight. Well, no, I'm filming this on New Year's Day. That's how far in advance I film sometimes. And nothing's gonna be open. So, well, I guess maybe we won't do that. But, you know, I couldn't have thought of a better way, honestly, to spend my New Year's Day than sitting here playing with makeup. It's what I wanted to do today. My friends actually were doing like dinner and stuff. I wanted to have a quiet day. I'm still resting my foot injury, and yeah. So I decided to just have a nice chill day at home to myself. All right, let's do a little mascara. I'm gonna curl my lashes, and I'm gonna put on some very soft little wispy lashes from Kiss. These are the number 11s, and they're like my favorite little lash at the moment. Let me get my glue. Yeah, I trimmed them down to fit my little eyeballs. So I'm gonna just put a little bit of glue and pop these on quickly. I'm using the liner pen that is lash adhesive. And what I love about this little liner pen is that it dries so fast. You don't have to like wait for any lash glue to dry or anything like that. You can just immediately pop them on. And there you go. So easy. Use my little squeezy tool to merge them together with my lashes. All right. And they're just such pretty, a very romantic lash. If I had to call a lash romantic, it would be these. I think these would be like really nice bridal lashes. They're very pretty and very just kind of soft and sweet. All right, now I'm gonna take a little mascara, blend them in with the rest of my eyelashes. Because my eyelashes are actually pretty fair. Like they're blonde. Yeah. Blending a little bit of mascara in is kind of vital because you can see my actual eyelash against like a regular set of lashes very obviously. They grow out at the root dark and then they turn white, like golden white color as they grow out. My head hair does the same thing. It starts out kind of almost a mousy brown, then it goes a bit auburn and golden, and then goes more light towards the ends. My eyebrows, same way. No color in them really, except for like right at the root, but as they grow out, they turn white. Anyway, okay. On the lower lashes, I'm actually going to take this burgundy mascara from L'Oreal. I love this mascara. It's just beautiful. It is, I can't remember, is it just called Burgundy, I think? But yes, L'Oreal Voluminous. They have it in the burgundy color, the hunter green shade that is beautiful. I think this could look cool on the lower lashes. It's not obvious, it's just a little something. Really good dupe for that Pillow Talk mascara as well. That was in this shade, in like a burgundy red shade. Now for blush, I'm going to take Rosia Go-Go from MAC, and I'm going to keep it kind of right out here and let it kind of flow into the eye a little bit. So I'm taking it on a fluffy brush. I'm taking it on a blush brush. Knock off any excess. I don't want too much. And I did bronze up pretty good today. I used a little bit of NARS Laguna. I'm just going to keep it like right out here. I'm going to high. And let it merge right on up, almost meeting with that eyeshadow as there's less pigment on the brush. I like placing a rosy blush this way. And this is a nice trick. If you don't like contour and bronzing, just do your blush kind of in a sculpted shape and it will give you the illusion of like contour and bronzing without actually doing it. I think it can be a very pretty alternative. You could even take your fluffy brush that you use for eyeshadow and take a little bit of the blush and bring it right over here, almost as if it's a transition shade. And I think it just makes things look so finished and pretty. It's something that I would do with a bronzer a lot of times, but I feel like when you're going for kind of a cranberry eye and you're doing a rosy-ish blush or a rosy eye look, it can look really pretty to have that cohesiveness with the blush right out here. And just where you can't even tell where the eyeshadow's starting and stopping. It just slowly gets more intense. I think that is just a very pretty look. And take a little under here to soften out and truly treat it like our transition shade almost. And just looks very finished to me. It gives it a little bit more of like kind of a polished look, if you will. I like it. And instead of like doing contour around the mouth, do a little bit of blush around the lips. Touch on the nose. I think that's cute. Cute, cute, cute. And I'll have all my face makeup linked below and listed and linked below for your convenience, and they are affiliate links. I'm just taking my powder brush and just making sure everything is blended together and looking pretty and seamless. For highlighter, I'm going to use a little bit of When the Nude Strikes from Wet n Wild. Just a very soft cream highlight. I'm just going to take a little bit of that on a brush, like a stippling brush, and just tap a little bit on the highest points. A little bit of glow. So for lips, I want to keep them a little neutral but a little bit pink, like just a blush of pink on them. But I also want to put a little definition, so I'm going to take a brown lip liner. It's just a warm brown lippy lip liner from Milani, and just define a little bit and blur that. And I'm going to take from Pat McGrath Labs, I'm going to take Omi, which is a nice pretty kind of peaky color, kind of a soft cool pink, mauve-ish tone. I want something almost like Pillow Talk, but a little bit more. I think that looks pretty with this eye. It's not over the top. It's kind of just a little bit softer, but it ties in. And we take a little bit of Moon from Maybelline Lifter Gloss. Okay. And I think this will be our look all complete. Little soft, sultry, yet dramatic glam for Valentine's Day. I think it's romantic. It's got the pink. It's got kind of a sultry vibe to it. It's very, I think, intense lash line that's blurred out and smoky and then just tapers off. I struggle with that kind of thing on my eye shape where it's just smoky liner blending out. I have to kind of do a lot to make it suit my eye shape, which I think we finally got there. Love these lashes with this, just that soft fluttery lash, and keeping the lip a little chill instead of going full vampy, which I was tempted to do. Of course, I'm always tempted to go full vampy on the lip. But anyway, yeah. Let me know your thoughts below if you like this look and want to see some more Valentine's Day looks. I love doing Valentine's Day looks and these kind of cranberry eyes. I think they're pretty. I love them. I like the way they make my eyes look green. And yeah, there's a little bit of a gothiness to it, but it's not, to me, extreme. But this may be a lot for someone else. So yeah, I'll have some more looks coming up that'll be some different Valentine's Day options. Something a little softer maybe, or even something maybe more dramatic. You never know with me. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky. Happy Valentine's Day, and bye now.